All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're talking about one of the most powerful and, let's be honest, controversial forces of our time, artificial intelligence. Is it a tool, a partner, a threat? It's complicated. Think of it like a new flame that promises to completely reshape our world. So in this explainer, we're going to get to the very heart of its dual nature.
And to guide us on this journey, we're starting with a pretty cosmic perspective. Just imagine an ancient dragon, Zoran, a metaphor for timeless wisdom, right? He sees AI as this new flame, and he asks a crucial question. Is it a mirror that just reflects who we already are, or is it a forge, something that will actively shape us into something entirely new? That one idea, that's the key to everything we're about to unpack. And this really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? Like any fire, AI has two very different edges. On the one hand, it promises warmth, illumination, the power to solve some of humanity's biggest challenges. But on the other hand, if we're not careful, it has the power to consume, to scorch, and to completely blind us with its glare.
So to really get a handle on this duality, we're going to look at AI through two different lenses. First up, we have the dragon's gaze. That's Zoran's vast, almost cosmic perspective on what AI is. And then, to bring us back down to Earth, we have the soul traveler's journey, from a character named Fletcher, who represents the practical, human approach to how we can actually use it wisely.
So where is this new flame burning the brightest? Well, let's start in a field where the stakes are, quite literally, life and death. Healthcare. AI isn't science fiction here anymore. It's a real-world tool that's transforming how we think about patient care and medical research every single day.
So what's the good here?
Well, it's all about precision and progress on a scale we've never seen before. We're talking about AI systems that can spot signs of cancer in medical scans, and they're often outperforming human specialists. It's helping to create personalized medicine that's tailored to your specific genetic makeup. It's even speeding up the discovery of life-saving drugs. This isn't about replacing humans. It's about amplifying human intelligence.
But here comes the bad, the cold calculations. See, if an AI is trained mostly on data from one group of people, it might be way less accurate for others, and that can create or even worsen real-world health disparities. There's also the very real risk of over-reliance, where doctors might start to just trust the algorithm's answer without digging deeper, which could weaken their own critical thinking over time. And this brings us to the ugly. What's the ultimate price we might pay for all this efficiency? It's the potential erosion of the doctor-patient relationship. I mean, what happens when we replace that empathetic human touch with a sterile algorithm? We risk turning the act of healing into just another transaction, and we could lose something absolutely essential to our humanity in the process.
Zoran's cosmic take on this puts the responsibility right back on our shoulders. The AI itself isn't good or bad. The wisdom, or the lack of it, is in how we, the little sparks, choose to use it. Is our goal just to be more efficient, or is it to achieve genuine healing?
And Fletcher's more grounded journey really brings this point home. The goal should never be to replace doctors, but to free them. Just imagine if AI could handle all the mind-numbing paperwork, giving doctors more time to actually sit with a patient, to listen, to connect. Now that's using the tool to amplify our best quality, kindness.
Okay, let's shift gears completely. Let's see how this whole good, bad, and ugly thing plays out in a totally different world, the world of art and creativity. For centuries, we've thought of this as the exclusive territory of the human soul. Well, the algorithmic muse has arrived and is forcing us to ask some really profound questions. And the good here is pretty incredible. AI can be a phenomenal creative assistant, helping artists, musicians, and writers explore ideas they never could before. It can compose music, suggest plot twists, but maybe most importantly, it's democratizing creativity. Someone who doesn't have years of technical training can now use AI to bring their unique vision to life.
And hey, this isn't just some abstract debate. Back in 2018, the art world got a major wake-up call. An AI-generated portrait went up for auction at Christie's, one of the most prestigious art houses on the entire planet. All of a sudden, the question wasn't if an AI could make art, it was, what is that art actually worth?
The answer? A jaw-dropping $432,500. That sale didn't just make headlines. It put a very real, very high price tag on what an algorithm could create, forcing absolutely everyone to take this new kind of artist seriously.
But what's the bad side of a sale like that?
Well, it throws gasoline on the fire of the imitation versus authenticity debate. An AI can mimic artistic styles perfectly. It can create something that's technically flawless. But does it know what it's like to have a broken heart? Does it understand joy or struggle? The risk is that we get a flood of art that looks beautiful but feels completely hollow.
Which, of course, brings us to the ugly possibility, the soul-crushing algorithm. Art isn't just about making pretty pictures. It's a fundamental way that we process the world and figure out who we are. So if we start outsourcing that creative impulse to machines, what vital part of ourselves, of our culture, do we risk losing forever?
Zoran's wisdom on this is just perfect. AI art can be like a shadow puppet. It can put on a beautiful, flawless performance, a captivating dance of shadows on the wall. But does it have its own fire, its own source of light, or is it just reflecting ours? A shadow puppet might entertain you, but it's never going to keep you warm on a cold night.
And Fletcher once again shows us the practical way forward. The vision here isn't to use AI to create for us, but to use it to clear the tedious work away from us. Let the algorithm handle the technical stuff so the human artist has more time for quiet thought, for deep living, for the very experiences that real art is born from.
So after looking at healthcare and at art, we get to the real heart of the matter, which is your role in all of this. This isn't just some tech trend that's happening to us. We are all active participants in deciding how this new flame is going to be used.
The source material calls this the Dragon Trials, which is basically a challenge to stop being a passive observer of technology and become an active, conscious user. It's really all about sharpening our own inner sight. So here are your trials. First, try a personal AI audit, just for one day. Pay attention. Notice where AI actually helps you. That's the good. Notice where it annoys you or feels intrusive. That's the bad. And see if it ever makes you feel a little less human. That's the ugly. And step 2, reclaim your time. The next time AI saves you 10 minutes on a task, don't just fill it with more busy work. Consciously use that time for something human. Call a friend. Go for a walk. Use the machine's efficiency to fuel your own humanity. Which brings us right back to where we started, with that one final, crucial question for you to think about. Based on how we choose to build it and how we choose to use it, will this new flame of AI ultimately be a mirror, just showing us who we already are, flaws and all? Or will it be a forge, actively shaping us, for better or worse, into something entirely new? The answer to that question is still being written, and we are all holding the pen.